when is it a good time to reset your board of directors and to bring into the mix new talent, next generation board director talent? Well, I believe the time is most certainly going to be very, very sooner rather than later, because our economies, our business cycles are so challenging. You are going to need a different set of skills, experiences, competencies, and even a mindset sitting around the table dealing with complex, really challenging business problems and coming up with the right solutions. You should be constantly reviewing the performance of your board of directors. There should be a very open and frank discussion with each other. I like the concept of peer-to-peer review. I also like the concept of bringing in an independent individual to spend time with each board member and to channel that feedback back to the chair and to look at a way to sort of really bring everyone onto the same page with where the board is operating in terms of performance. But there's no doubt bringing in the fresh director talent can really change mindsets. Different people ask different questions, come in with no preconceived ideas of maybe what's happened in the past, challenge the status quo. And often it's through those conversations that you get these breakthroughs. I know in my own boardroom experience, I'm in a boardroom setting at the moment, and I'm definitely challenging a board which had an old school way of doing things and had been in place, many of the key players, for many, many years. Sometimes serving for, nearly a decade on the board of directors. Now, when you get those entrenched mindsets, what happens when you bring in fresh talent is it really does genuinely start to shake things up. Now, it can cause even, to the extreme, confrontation. But it is important, I believe, to constantly be looking at where your board is performing, looking at ways to bring in next generation board director talent, and to constantly be taking your board performance like a team to another level so you become a high performing team. You can also leverage the power of your advisory boards and your committees to bring in fresh talent, and these can become talent pools for future boardroom appointments. You can also really rethink the length of service that your board members are giving. My personal view is, 2 to 3 years is a very good length of service for a board director. Once you start getting into 5+ year terms, in my opinion, the risk of groupthink, the risk of not wanting to rock the boat, the high level of familiarity that develops between all the board directors, it can it can really sort of siphon off, those brilliant ideas, breakthroughs, new perspectives that are needed to often take an organisation through to another level of its development. So certainly something for 2024, and by all means get in touch with me at Tiger Boards about board director renewal, board director performance and succession planning, and how you can put best practice governance measures in place that can really turn your board into a high performing board of directors.